a midweek SUNYAC contest in the Port City as the Oswego State women's basketball team hosts the Geneseo Knights. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WTOP 10's coverage of Oswego State athletics. Brian Rudman alongside Michael Gross as the Lakers look to turn their season around, sitting at 3-9 overall and 0-6 in the conference.
Brian, it's fantastic to be here, back in Geneseo Gymnasium. These Lakers, although they've struggled, they're going to look to turn it around a little bit tonight. Have yet to find their first win in the SUNYAC, but tonight could be it against Geneseo.
And we start with last weekend for the Lakers, a trip up to the North Country to face off with SUNY Potsdam and Plattsburgh State on Friday night. A heartbreaker at the buzzer, 65-64 loss to Potsdam. Mike, what'd you see in that one?
Well, you could see two very good players, two stars, I guess you could say, for the Lakers, in Danielle Kaivana and Diamond Pickett, both with 20-point nights. Kaivana, 23 points, 7 for 21 from the field, 6 for 12 from behind the arc. She played fantastic. And Diamond Pickett in the paint, 9 for 15. She had 20 points and 7 rebounds.
As I mentioned, a 1-point loss at the buzzer. Moving on to Saturday night, a 30-point loss to the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. And Mike, you almost have to wonder if the heartbreak from Friday night carried over into Saturday.
Well, yeah, Plattsburgh, they had 4 scorers, or 4 players with 10-plus point games. They played really well against the Lakers, and yeah, like you said, the heartbreak. Couldn't get over it the night after. Wasn't coming back home. They had to stay away and be in the hotel rooms and everything. They had to try and get their minds right, and obviously when they went up against Plattsburgh, they couldn't do it.
Well, the Lakers have had just a few days to get over it, and they'll have to move on against the Geneseo Knights, who come into the contest at 3-3 in the conference, 6-6 overall, sitting right at 500 as they sit currently 5th in the SUNYAC. So a crucial game for them, a chance to move up in the standings a little bit.
Yeah, and Geneseo's a very good basketball team. They've won both their last games, one against Brockport, who sits toward the middle to bottom of the SUNYAC, and then the last win came against New Paltz, and that was at home. New Paltz is second in the conference, so Geneseo is a very good team. They're going to come at you quick. They're going to shoot a lot from the outside. They're very good, and the Lakers are going to have to protect if they want to win this ball game.
A tall task for the Lakers. They're wearing white tonight. They'll go left to right on your screen. The Knights in the blue going right to left. We're set here from the Geneseo Gymnasium in Laker Hall. And the opening tip won by the Knights, as Hansen will handle the ball and kick it to Denon. From beyond the arc for 3, can't get it to go, and Kaivana will pick that one up on the far side for the Lakers and begin to work up the floor.
Yeah, maybe just an early shot, but now Lakers got to get this one over half court.
And that one can't get it over. A beautifully executed half-court trap there by the Geneseo Knights.
That's what you love to see. You always love to see a really good half-court trap. You bring the pressure on within the first minute, 2 minutes of the game. High energy, high intensity. Get in the head of your opponent.
Hansen, the bounce pass to McLaughlin, has a little trouble handling it, but she'll now drive on the left hand. The layup blocked away by Niemczek, and the Lakers will go the other way.
Niemczek's a big presence in the paint. She's very tall. She knows how to time her block attempts like you just saw there.
Kaivana running the point for the Lakers now. Calling out the play. She'll get a pick. Kicks Encarnacion in the corner. She drives. The floater can't get it to go wide left.
Maybe just rust the shot a little bit. Gonna look for the glass next time.
Hansen drives to the middle, now kicks to McLaughlin, pump fake, and she'll get called for a travel.
You know, Brian, I believe in my experience watching basketball, you have to dribble the ball before you move your feet. And a lot of times, that'll go for a travel if you do the opposite.
I think I read that somewhere. It may have been in the rule book.
Right? I think the Dr. Naismith rule book of basketball.
Something along those lines there. Mike Castiglione swings it over to Kaivana, and the Lakers will set up on offense.
This offense runs through Danielle Kaivana.
Into the post now, handoff to Kaivana. Fader, a little short, but rebounded well. Johnson picks it up, and Kaivana now back on the ball at the top. Swings it to Johnson. Looking for a cutting Encarnacion, but she'll back out now. The drive, the fade. can't get it to go. And Geneseo will pick up the rebound. Hansen will head the other way. 2 minutes in now. Still no score. The kick. Pump fake and drive. Romito has to kick it back out again to Denon. And she'll lose the ball. Quickly recovered by Niemczek. Lakers headed the other way quickly. And Kavana tried to force one to Castiglione, but swatted away out of bounds.
What I was going to say before was that we've gone 2 minutes now without a bucket, really without any points on the board either way. But both of these teams, bringing the intensity on the defensive end, can't seem to lock in so far on the offensive side of things.
After a bit of confusion from the referees, the ball will be given to the Lakers, rightfully so. Quickly into Johnson. Back out to Kavana. Dribbling along the three-point line. Encarnacion now. The short handoff. Dribble drive and pump fake. The floater can't get it to go. Hansen bringing it up quickly for the Knights. Back out to Hansen, who swings it to McLaughlin on the far side. Drive to the left, dumps it inside. Wide open layup missed by Stockman.
That's a missed opportunity. It's going to come back to bite them if they can't make those easy layups against the Lakers.
And Encarnacion nowhere to go in the lane, no one to pass to, and she'll get called for the travel.
Going back to the other side of the court, McLaughlin, she picked out her girl right in the paint. It was Hannah Stockman. She had the easy lay-in, couldn't get it. Now on the other side of things, Lakers got to take advantage of that turnover.
Bit of a sloppy start for both sides. Travels on both sides. Lakers turn the ball over 8 seconds. Geneseo now, the deep three. A little too heavy as Romito missed it. But Geneseo able to recover it quickly, and a backcourt violation called for.
That's just unfortunate. I mean, Kelly McLaughlin running after it, racing after it, and all she saw out of the corner of her eye was Taylor Hansen. No recollection of really where the half-court line was, the mid-court line. Either way, it's just an unfortunate break, but a good break if you're the Lakers.
Head coach Sean Pinkerton all over it for the Lakers here. And we'll get reset. Geneseo immediately into that half-court trap. The Lakers seem to have figured it out after that early struggle. They'll set up now 20 seconds on the shot clock. Niemczek to Encarnacion for three. Can't get it to go. But a rebound by Johnson. Hands off to Kavana. Back to Encarnacion. Calling for Castiglione. Top of the key. She'll go into the post. The scoop and score. Lakers are on the board, 2-0. 3.5 minutes in, Mike.
Fantastic play by the Lakers. Castiglione likes the little scoop and score, and that's what you need finally on the board.
Beautiful pass there for McLaughlin. Found Romito in the lane, and the Geneseo Knights answer quickly.
Yeah, a little dump-off pass to Lauren Romito. She's got the size advantage. All she has to do is put it up off the window.
And that half-court trap still causing problems for the Lakers.
It looks like they have 1 second to get it over half court. So the inbound pass should be over the mid-court line.
That's exactly what Coach Pinkerton's letting them know. And Encarnacion tried to get it to the far corner, but knocked out by Hansen. Seemed to be effective, though. Lakers finally got it over half court.
Well, yeah, it's slowly but surely. They did get it over half court. Now it's about setting up the offense. Once you get the inbound, you can hold the ball out by the hash and just really let the offense set up.
And even though it's only caused one turnover here in the first 4 minutes of the game, this half-court trap for the Knights has caused the Lakers to drain 10 seconds off the shot clock before they can even get into their sets.
Yeah, and that's where that high-intensity defense comes into play with Geneseo. They're gonna be all up in your face. They will not let you get by and into the lane.
Encarnacion trying to muscle her way into the lane, and she'll get fouled.
Like we just said, not going to let you get into the lane real easily. Kerry Denon there on the reach-in foul. They don't want to let Oswego find the paint at all. They're going to want to make them take shots from the outside, and that's how you win ball games on the defensive end if you're Geneseo or really any team that's going to play against the Lakers.
Kavana will handle the point once again for the Lakers. Gets a pick from Johnson, kicks it out for Encarnacion for three. Just short, and it'll roll on the top of the backboard.
Yeah, but good shot selection, taking time out of the shot clock. You had a little bit of space, about 6 or so feet. Why not? Raven Encarnacion, a very good three-point shooter. There's no reason why you can't take that shot early in this game.
Encarnacion shooting 20% from beyond the arc on the season. Into the paint and called for a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Lakers. And a whole, I don't know how often you see this, 5 in, 5 out for the Lakers, as we will get a complete change.
Playing almost half the quarter, why not? Maybe it's time to change something up. Only one bucket on either end. Maybe if the Lakers change something up early, they can get something going.
Some new faces out on the court. This is Giles on the near side. Quickly doubled into Pickett. Out to Iglesias, the three, just short once again. Hansen with the rebound, and she'll get fouled. Looks like it was Elor committing the loose ball foul.
Yeah, there's no reason you should be committing fouls 85 feet from the hoop. I mean, if you don't get the rebound, fine. I know you want to go and try and fight for it and everything. If you don't get the rebound, get back on defense. You know, you're costing your team fouls and precious possessions when you're fouling 85 feet from the hoop.
Absolutely. Regal in for the Knights. There she is with the ball, drives to the left hand, kicks it out now. The jump shot is good from Megan Roll.
Smooth like butter, almost, 18 feet out. When you have a good mid-range shooter that's as tall as that in this game, you're gonna get a lot because she can score from not just inside, but outside as well.
The corner three from Lily. Can't get it to go, rebound by Elor, can't get that one to go, but she'll get another. Back to Giles along the baseline and just gets it taken away by Roll. Takes it. Hansen now. Bounce pass into the lane. And another one from Megan Roll. She's got 4 points quickly.
Like we just said, can shoot it from the mid to long range and can get it inside too.
Geneseo defense giving the Lakers all sorts of trouble. The fast break layup is good from Kylie Snow. And Coach Pinkerton going to call a timeout here.
How about that? Megan Roll doing it on both ends of the floor, scoring on back-to-back possessions, then gets a steal for her team. And Kylie Snow puts it up off the glass and in. Great bucket, great intensity on both sides of the floor for Geneseo.
Now, Mike, the Lakers just 2 points in 5 minutes and 54 seconds of play here in the first quarter. Still just down 6. So their defense has held up for the most part, especially against that first unit of the Geneseo Knights. But now what do the Lakers need to do to get the offense going?
Well, I think it starts in the backcourt. Once you get over half court, you say, all right, let's assess our options. You don't have to dribble into a trap or anything. You can take a couple dribbles inside, let the defense collapse on you, and kick it out to your shooters. The Lakers, they can shoot from behind the arc. They've showed that this season in some games. Why don't you dribble penetrate into the paint and then kick outside? But don't be afraid to take a ball fake and swing it around as well. Don't have to get the first option. You have to get the best option.
The Lakers shooting 26% on the year from beyond the arc. A play we've seen Coach Pinkerton's teams throughout the year. He likes to go to the three-point shot. No trap here by the Knights. They'll let the Lakers take it up easy as it's Giles now bringing it up. Iglesias will swing it to Elor, and she'll be called for the travel. And a tough break for the Lakers. Elor will get taken out of the game in favor of Claire Skaronsky.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to go up against that 2-3 zone that a lot of teams bring. You don't know whether or not you're going to be able to break a press if coming out of a timeout or anything. And when you see a team drop back in the zone, you get a little flustered.
Romito kicks it out to Regal. Regal, the scoop over to Roll. Roll, spin move, couldn't get it to go. Pickett going for the rebound, but it's recovered by Snow. And didn't see a signal there. Jump ball in favor of Geneseo.
Yeah, I mean, if you are Shayna Iglesias, Diamond Pickett, you need to be able to get that rebound. I mean, you're 3 inches taller, at least 4 inches taller.
Quick pass into the lane, Lauren Romito. with the basket, gets it to go. Pickett now quickly, no look pass, and Lilly couldn't get it to go.
Good look on both ends. The pass and the shot just couldn't get it to find the net.
Lakers trailing 10-2. Pickett with the block there, and a fast break for Giles. Over to Iglesias. The layup, no good, and a jump ball called in favor of the Knights. Excuse me, a foul.
Yeah, I think they'll call that a foul.
My apologies, a foul looks like goes on Giles going for the rebound.
Once again, 85 feet from the hoop. You can take a breath out there, let them rebound the ball. If you can't get it the first time, go ahead and get down the court.
The deep jump shot from Romito, no good, but the rebound by Roll will draw a foul. And it looks like the Knights will head to the line for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Lakers, they're constantly getting out-rebounded in some of these games, you know, especially against Plattsburgh. They were out-rebounded by a ton, and on that defensive side of things, you need to be able to find your man and box out, right? Once you find her, you got to be able to put your body on her and make sure you secure that rebound.
Roll's first free throw is good. Misses the second. That's pretty par for the course. She shoots 47% on the year coming into this one. Giles quickly up the other end of the court. She'll pull up for three. That one is good. Chastin Giles gets it to go. And the Lakers with their first basket from beyond the arc tonight. Quickly the other way. And that one, McLaughlin a little off target, and a little momentum for the Lakers quickly.
A score and a stop, that's what you need. And Giles, she shoots it 33% from the outside. She actually shoots it better from the outside than she does on the floor in general. She's a sharp shooter from behind the arc. You keep feeding her the ball outside the three-point line, she'll make a couple.
Geneseo back into the half-court trap. Pickett now, pump fake, and we'll leave it for Kavana. Into the lane. And that hook shot, no good. Rebounded cleanly by Stockman. Hansen now up the other way. Leaves it for Romito. Over to Stockman, who will swing it to the corner for McLaughlin. McLaughlin, dribble drive, she'll lose it. Fast break for the Lakers. For Giles, the layup, no good. Nearly for the Lakers, but Geneseo back quickly the other way. Out to the corner, a pump fake from Denon, and she will get fouled on the shot. Coach Pinkerton asking for a travel, but nonetheless, Denon will head to the line.
I thought I saw a travel too. I'm in agreement with Coach Pinkerton right now. Either way, you look back down on the other end of things. When Giles went up, she elected to go with the reverse instead of just going up with the left hand, and that's what Coach Pinkerton signaled as they, came racing back down the court.
Denon, 100% from the line thus far this year, and she'll keep that.
Yeah, why not keep it going?
Why not? No time like the present to keep the 100% from the line going. Her second, good as well, as Geneseo extends the lead back up to 8.
As a coach, you gotta love a good free throw shooter. Whether it's early on in the game or late in the game, you have to love it.
Skowronski nearly threw it away. Lakers recover. Giles in the lane, gets it to go. 5 points for Giles off the bench. Lakers cut the lead back down to 6. Hansen tries to get it over to Stockman. Skowronski couldn't quite get there. Kavana picks it up off the ground. Quick layup. Back-to-back baskets for the Lakers. It doesn't look like head coach for the Knights, Alyssa Pulaski, is too happy about that one.
Yeah, it all can't come on the same play. You have to get some stops and be able to score a few times in a row.
And Denon unable to handle that one, goes off her foot, rolls into the backcourt. 2 stops in a row for the Lakers in a 4-point game.
This is not the same Laker team we saw even in the first half of the first quarter. They have some more intensity now. They're gaining some confidence. A little bit more of this, they'll be able to keep up with Geneseo's high-scoring offense.
45 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Skowronski swings it over. The shot, no good from Kavana. Niemczek with the rebound in the far corner. Giles will reset. Pickett in the lane, can't get it to go, but she's now wrestling for it. And the ball will go to Geneseo.
That'll be Pickett's second foul, although I thought she got tied up with her on the ball. It looked clean. Either way, she will check out, and back in comes Elena Johnson. But I don't think that's a really bad play from her. It looked like as the other girl went down to the ground for Geneseo, Megan Roll, Diamond Pickett had a hand in there the entire time. Maybe it's a little bit of a break call for Geneseo.
Roll's first free throw is good, 23.8 seconds to go. So assuming the Lakers get a rebound, they'll be able to drain the whole clock. Roll's second, also good. 3 for 4 from the line thus far today. Kayvana brings it up, but the clock was not running. And it looks like they'll restart that possession from the side as Coach Pinkerton asked for an explanation here.
Oh, they put on 20 seconds on the clock now instead of 23.8, which is where it was before.
Looks like both coaches asking for an explanation. The Lakers will take it out from the near side. Giles will run the point. 17 seconds left in the quarter. She brings it up past half court, but loses it. The other way goes Regal. The layup on the fast break is good. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Quickly to Skowronski. 5 seconds left. She kicks it to Giles. Giles into the lane. Johnson couldn't get a handle on it. Barely gets it off, but can't get it to go. And at the end of one, it is 17-9 in favor of the visiting Geneseo Knights. And the Lakers offense, while it did look like it got going a little towards the end, has struggled as a whole thus far.
A quick 4-0 spurt at the end of the quarter for Geneseo in the last 25 or so seconds coming from the free throws, and then the scoop and score on the other side of things. The biggest takeaway for Oswego, Brian, is that they're trying to break the press by dribbling the ball through. You can't do that. Studies have shown, and by studies I mean watching basketball for years at a time, you can't break the press by dribbling through. You have to be able to pass and cut around the defense, all right? That's the best way of breaking the press, and that's the only way the Lakers are going to be able to break down this Geneseo defense.
And you really saw its effect. Mackenzie Regal for Geneseo. Quick steal the other way, the freshman with a huge play to stop all momentum the Lakers possibly had.
Yeah, just when you think, okay, maybe they'll let us drain out the clock and we'll take the last shot. No, Geneseo, keep pouring on the hurt, right? Why not go ahead and get a scoop and score in the last 5-6 seconds of the quarter? Every single point counts once the final buzzer sounds.
And on that last Lakers possession, Giles with a nice little pass in the lane to Johnson. She had space, though, could have pulled up herself, decided to give it to her teammate. Johnson couldn't quite handle a fastball from Giles, though.
Yeah, I don't think it was the wrong call. I mean, when you have a higher percentage shot that's available and you have a little bit of time left, why not go ahead and give the ball up, right? That's a good teammate right there. Sure, Giles is a very good three-point shooter, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to give it to the girl who's standing near the higher percentage shot.
Lakers will take it out to begin the second quarter, trailing by 8 points. Encarnacion to Kayvana. Back to Encarnacion, and they're playing a little back and forth. Kayvana, the deep three, a little short. Rebounded by Stockman. We'll swing it to the corner for Snow. And that one just a bit short as well. Kayvana back the other way for the Lakers. Just 2 points thus far for the Lakers' leading scorer. She'll come to the near side. Looking for a pass, finds Encarnacion, who gives it to Skowronski. Encarnacion, a little hesitation. Now the jump shot off target. And Geneseo, strong rebounding on the defensive end as well, has helped with their strong defensive play so far. Hesitation, back to Stockman, Far side, Denon. Looked to drive baseline, but couldn't. Back to Stockman, the three. Way off, got nothing, and Encarnacion rebounds, but gives it straight back to Denon. In the lane, she'll get fouled by Niemczek, and she'll head to the line for two.
Bad possessions on either side, making the wrong decisions. A couple early threes, and then not a great shot selection. And once Raven Encarnacion got the rebound, she just threw it away. That's what Coach Pickerton's talking to her about right now. You can take your time, especially when you get a steal like that, or force the team to take a bad shot and get the rebound from it.
May have been trying to force things the other way and kickstart the offense. Denon's first free throw. No good. Denon on the year, like I said, 100%, but that was her first miss.
Brian, we call that the broadcaster's curse.
That we do. We apologize to her for that one. She misses another, but a rebound by Geneseo's Megan Rule, and she'll get fouled. She really wanted that one. A great play there to get the rebound off of the free throw.
Wanted the bucket. I thought they would give her the bucket anyway. I mean, it's not like she took another dribble afterwards. She just put it right back up. Not sure how that's not a shooting foul. Either way, Geneseo's going to take the ball out underneath.
I'm in agreement with you there, Mike. Not sure how that's not a shooting foul. Snow on the far side, tried to get it back into roll, but knocked out by Johnson. 8:37 remaining to play in this second quarter. Brian Rudman alongside Michael Gross here for WTOP 10. Lakers trailing the Knights 17-9. The inbounds pass to Denon. She'll swing it over to Hanson, who'll drive on the right side. Tried to kick it back to Stockman, but stolen away. Kavana the other way for the Lakers. The layup with her right hand, can't get it to go. And a quick rebound for Stockman, and we head back the other way. Stockman tried to get it into the lane for Hanson, but that one just rolls out of bounds. Lakers will take over.
2 forced possessions on the Lakers side of things. Kavana could have used the jump stop, maybe a ball fake in there, and then created some space for her own. And then on the other end of things, it was Stockman who just kind of threw it away, had a good look inside, just some miscommunication between her and her center.
And that's kind of what you see Coach Alyssa Pulaski for the Geneseo Knights telling her team right now, kind of slow it down, take your time.
Right, you have the lead, Brian. Why not slow it down and take your time through each possession?
Encarnacion trying to muscle her way into the lane. She's stopped, but gets the jumper to go from the free throw line.
Encarnacion very shifty. She'll be able to create her own space off the dribble, and then has a really good and clean jump shot she can make from anywhere on the floor.
The senior from Newburgh, New York, a staple in the Lakers lineup for the last few years. Into the post for Denon. Nice little pass to Stockman, but couldn't get it to go, out of bounds. And the Lakers will regain possession.
That's a good defensive play. Once again, we saw it in the first quarter when they would get a score on one end and get a stop on the other. That's what they did just now, and that's what they can continue to do as long as they keep the energy up on both sides of the floor.
Encarnacion stopped by the trap shortly, but found Katie Lilly. Kavana for 3, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Skowronski. Skowronski kicks it over to Encarnacion, who'll drive. Pulls up from the free throw line again, just short. Katie Lilly couldn't handle the rebound. It'll head the other way. Couple of good looks there for the Lakers. Stockman, the bounce pass to the corner. Now Snow. Over to Ramito, back to Stockman. Bounce pass out to Denon. And she'll get called for the travel. And the Lakers bench lets their approval be known.
You know, maybe sometimes it's just your mind is working quicker than your body, right? Maybe the feet work a little bit quicker than the hands, too. When you're right in front of the Laker bench or any bench of the opposing team, they get in your head a little bit. They get loud and they get in your head.
Giles lost possession there. Pinkerton not loving the call, but the Lakers give it right back to the Knights. Hanson's going to slow things down and take her time up the court here. Gets a pick, will drive to her left-hand side, tries the lefty layup, can't get it to go. Kavana the rebound. Headed back the other way for the Lakers, weaving her way in and out of traffic. Hand off to Encarnacion, back to Kavana, the pump fake. As she'll reset for the Lakers, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to the left, kicks it out. Back to Lilly, top of the key. Encarnacion, 5 left on the shot clock. Spin move, back out to Katie Lilly for 3, can't get it to go. McLaughlin back the other way to Denon. Denon nearly lost it there, but will able to retain possession. Hanson back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin kicks it, Ramito, and poked away by Kavana. Rolls out of bounds. Still the Knights ball, 5:45 remaining in the second quarter, 13 seconds left on the shot clock. 17-11 here in the second quarter. Ramito tries to get it to go, no good. Lakers couldn't quite rebound it as it was kind of a you got it, you got it, you got it between Claire Skowronski and Danielle Kavana.
Yeah. Well, then another miscommunication on the other end, Brian, with McLaughlin.
Like I said earlier, a bit of a sloppy game, and Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, but we are 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the second quarter, and I believe the score thus far in the second quarter is 2-0 Lakers.
Yes.
Kavana swings it to Encarnacion for three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Johnson. Took a dribble, the hook shot. Now finally gets it to go.
Love the tenacity down low by Johnson.
Denon hesitates into the lane. Ramito gets it to go. Geneseo finally cracks the scoreboard in the second quarter.
Katie Lilly just getting outplayed down in the paint by Lauren Ramito.
Skowronski there, a bit too heavy on the pass for Encarnacion, led her too much. And you can see a bit of disappointment and frustration there for the Lakers as this half-court trap by the Geneseo Knights has really given them fits. And you have to believe 5 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the second quarter. That's something that's going to be addressed in the locker room at halftime.
And notice how Geneseo went to the 2-3 zone at the start of the second quarter. Now they're back in the full court, or at least the half-court trap. It's tough to play against that.
Ramito, mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebounded. Stuffed by the rim, and then stuffed by Katie Lilly, the Oswego native, making her presence shown, but then thrown away. Not the first time tonight we've seen the Lakers struggle to get the breakout pass.
Yeah, we'll take a break in the action now. But, no, you're right. I mean, the Lakers, they've been on the offensive side of things, taking it out under their own hoop. They got to go 94 feet, but they're just not able to really inbound the ball sometimes. I mean, with that full court press and that full court trap, when you're seeing that for quite possibly what could be almost 40 minutes in one contest, it gets in your head. You got to be able to pass inbounds and eventually break the trap.
Neither team thus far tonight has really been able to get out of the gate strong in each quarter. Both teams struggling. Just 6 total points in 5 minutes and 21 seconds of play thus far in the second quarter. Mike, what does either team have to do to get the offense rolling?
Well, I think it starts on the glass, right? Geneseo are leading the rebound battle 22-17, and there's a reason for that. When the shot goes up, they're boxing out. They're driving into the lane to try and get that rebound. There's no urgency from the green and gold as opposed to the navy blue and the white. There's really no urgency from the Lakers when the shot goes up. Nobody's calling for it. Nobody's saying shooter. Shot goes up and boxing out. Geneseo first one to the miss each time.
19-13 here, 4:39 remaining in the second quarter. And for Sean Pinkerton's squad, you got to be happy that at this point, considering the struggles to deal with the half-court trap, your defense is keeping you in the game as it's just a 6-point contest right now.
Yeah, I think another thing the Lakers can do, they could get it inside to really anybody, try and body your way in and take shots underneath. You're going to get a foul call eventually, but once you go and get the foul call, you got to make your free throws.
Well-designed play, freed up Lauren Ramito in the lane as she'll get fouled and head to the line. A classic example of drawing up a play out of the huddle.
Yeah, not only drawing up a play out of the huddle, but drawing up a play to the biggest girl on the floor, right? She's the tallest out of all of them, and you can't exactly play great defense on that as the first free throw does not go through. Can't exactly play great defense. You got to kind of put your hands up and hope and pray she misses, what she did there.
Missed her first one. The second is good. That makes things 20-13. Kavana for the Lakers will bring it up. And it looks as though Geneseo will go back to their zone. Encarnacion swings it to Skowronski to the corner for Johnson. Back to Skowronski and Kavana now. A little back and forth over to Encarnacion. Kayvana, just 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Tried to pass it into Skowronski. Bit of miscommunication. Lakers unable to get a shot off there.
I think the positive you can take away from that possession is that they're using the shot clock and they're taking up a lot of time on it, trying to look for their best option. They just got to be able to, dump the ball inside and not keep it around the perimeter.
Into the post. Spin move. Good from Megan Roll. Her 9th point on the night.
That's a fantastic low post move. Put your back to the basket, get the right elbow around the hip of your defender, and spin right around him. That is textbook low post basketball.
Skowronski over to Kayvana now. Dumps it into the post for Katie Lilly. Skowronski for 3. Short. No good.
Just got to be able to pick your head up after that and say, all right, I got the next one. Don't worry.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Lakers trailing 22-13, still trying to find an answer on the offensive side, whether it's been the half-court trap or the 2-3 zone. They've struggled to crack the code on the Knights thus far. Into the post with Roll. Kicks it out for 3. It's good! Mackenzie Regal, the freshman, gets it to go.
I credit Mackenzie Regal with the shot, but Megan Roll, once again, down low, creating space with the pivot and the jab step. Eventually got it to her girl.
And Giles rolls out of bounds, and the ball will be turned over. Geneseo now with a 12-point lead, as the Lakers got to find an answer quickly here. 2:50 remaining in the second quarter of this one. The drive, kick back to Ramito. Tried to force it up and over. Katie Lilly will get a hand to it, and she'll get credit for a block there, I believe.
Giles, just the wrong call there. Got to try and grab it. If you have the opportunity, just grab it, keep it in bounds. I know the Lakers have had struggles playing out of the backcourt, but if you can take any possession you can, I would do it.
Hansen gets it to Ramito in the post. A little move, unable to finish. Rebound by Johnson. Lakers going quickly. Gets it to Encarnacion in the post. Can't get the layup to go. And we'll see what the call is here, as it's going to be in Geneseo's possession. Encarnacion looked to take a hard fall, as she'll exit the game now in favor of Logan Castiglione.
Yeah, just a smart no call there from the official. Both girls going up for it. Really didn't have much of a shot at getting the ball. It just tips off of Encarnacion's fingers and rolls out of bounds.
Regal to roll into Ramito and gets the friendly roll. Her 9th point on the night. Geneseo extends the lead to 14 now, 27-13. The 3 from Kayvana, no good. Castiglione hustling to get the rebound, unable to get it. 1:57 remaining in this first half of play.
Yeah, Lauren Ramito has really been the shining star for this Geneseo team. She's 4 for 10 from the field and has shot really well down low.
Roll. Backing down Johnson. Now it's McLaughlin for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Kayvana. She'll try and go quickly. Tried to get looking for Giles, but swatted away by McLaughlin. Castiglione into the lane. Scoop layup, no good. Rebounded by Ramito. Geneseo back the other way quickly. Pump fake and out to Roll. She'll get the mid-range jumper to go. 29-13. First player into double digits in the scoring column tonight.
A 12-0 run now for Geneseo, as now is the time for Coach Pinkerton and the Lakers to take a timeout. Don't wait the next minute and 12 seconds when Geneseo can continue their momentum. Take that timeout, right? Regroup and say, hey, this is a 12-0 run for the other team. Let's stop it and get one for ourselves.
Last thing you want if you're Coach Pinkerton right here is to let this get out of hand and give Geneseo all of the momentum heading into the half. It's already a 16-point game, as since the last timeout, Geneseo has absolutely rolled as they're right now up 29-13, minute 12 to go. Once again on WTOP 10, I'm Brian Rudman alongside Michael Gross as we bring you Oswego State Athletics. Michael, minute 12 remaining in the first half. What do the Lakers have to do? Slow down the Knights' momentum and get a little of their own heading into this half.
I would say the number one thing that they have to take care of is focus in on not letting the inbound pass come into the paint to Lauren Romito. That is the number one thing, and even Megan Roll, she's 4 of her last 5 shots. She's got 11 points. She is cooking it on all factors.
Giles, bounce pass to Kavana for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound Johnson. Giles will reset. The jump shot just inside the line. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Roll. Lakers were trying to go quickly. 51 seconds remaining. Kavana poked it away. The steal. One-on-one. She drives. The layup. Can't get it to go, but she is fouled.
That's a much-needed steal for the Lakers. And to get the foul call even better, Kavana going up against the girl that's about 4 inches taller than her, and Kylie Snow. She did a great job of getting the steal, getting to it first. But she's got to be able to make those free throws too.
Misses the first one. Used the dribble to create space and draw the foul there. We'll see if she can take advantage here on the second one. 46.1 seconds to go. That one no good, and the Lakers will get nothing from the steal. Hanson the other way quickly. Caught the Lakers napping. Snow, the mid-range jump shot, can't get it to go. Giles picks it up, 35 seconds left in the half. About a 6 seconds difference between shot and game clock. Kavana gets it stolen away by Stockman the other way. The layup no good. Kavana going to get called for the foul, 20.2 seconds to go.
And yes, it was a foul, a late foul call though, might I add. But it's the right call. I mean, Kavana just got caught swiping down, and you can't do that.
Her first foul on the night. Stockman to the line, misses her first. The junior from Northport, New York. Her second. That one is good. 30-13 now in favor of the Knights. 20 seconds left, and they'll go back to the half-court trap. Giles now, 15 seconds on the clock. Crosses over, gets over half court. Kavana with 10 seconds. Bench counting her down. Giles takes the 3. Can't get it to go. Katie Lilly fighting for the rebound. Jump ball called for. Possession arrow in favor of Geneseo with 1.8. And the Lakers will go with a full court press, not trying to allow anything deep. The shot from Denon a little late, but nonetheless, the Geneseo Knights absolutely roll into halftime, up 30-13.
Maybe you knew what I was going to say next, but I think it's really a product of Megan Roll, who's got 11 points. She's been the focus of this offense, not only down low, but from the mid-range and once from behind the arc. She's been really good. She's been really solid for this Geneseo team, and they are really just lighting it up on all ends of the floor.
The Lakers head to the locker room down by 17. We're going to step away for halftime, but don't go anywhere. In a few minutes, the third quarter between the Oswego State Lakers and the Geneseo Knights. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Lakers basketball on WTOP 10. A 17-point deficit await the Lakers as they head out of the locker room as they're facing off with the Geneseo Ice Knights. Excuse me, not the Ice Knights, just the Geneseo Knights, sorry. Once again, Brian Rudman and Michael Gross with you on WTOP 10 as we begin the second half. Mike, what was Coach Pinkerton's message to the team in the locker room?
You know, Brian, maybe they are the Ice Knights. A lot of slipping and sliding in the first half from both teams. And although not from Geneseo, however, they were shot very well in the first half, 36%. Could have shot a little bit better from the free throw line, but as for the Lakers, they did not shoot very well. Only 17% from the field. They were 1 for 14 from behind the arc. That's good for 7%. They got to be able to clean it up on the offensive end of things. As you see Geneseo coming out with a 1-3-1 zone instead of that full-on trap. Actually, they're in man now, so maybe this is the time to infiltrate that defense of Geneseo and be able to get to the hoop and score.
Neither team got out of the gates quickly in the first half. We'll see if the Lakers or Knights can get out quicker and get off to a stronger start than I did in this second half.
We'd like to think so. I mean, Niemczek going to the hole there. She does get fouled. Now she's going to be able to get a chance for 2 points at the free throw line.
Niemczek at the line. Her first shot is good as she is now on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, got to get points any way you really can if you're the Lakers. That was the first free throw attempt. Third free throw attempt of the night. First one to go through, and that's the second one to go through. They're 2 for 4 from the free throw line, but you got to do a lot more than just make your free throws to come back against Geneseo.
30-15 game. Romito tries to get it into the post, stolen away by Johnson. Kavana brings it up the floor quickly to the corner. Niemczek looked like she wanted to shoot, but thought better of it. And just poked out by Hannah Stockman.
I think a little bit too nonchalant there, right? You want to come out of the half with some energy, but you also want to be able to play to your speed, right? Don't rush it too much like you did in the first.
Castiglione over to Kavana. Gets a pick from Niemczek. Niemczek now the three. Can't get it to go. Rebound is loose. Picked up by Kavana. Out to Encarnacion, but she's going to get called out of bounds, as the ref will say she still had her foot on the line.
Yeah, Kavana just passed it out a little too early. Encarnacion thought the play was going to be over, or at least blown dead, and then she saw the ball coming toward her, couldn't get her foot back in bounds in time. Unfortunate play.
Yeah, it looked like Encarnacion didn't think that the Lakers had gotten the rebound. Stockman now on the drive, blocked away by Logan Castiglione.
What a play from Logan Castiglione. It almost looked like Hannah Stockman was going to have a clear path, and then Castiglione comes flying out of nowhere to make the block.
Pass inbounds to Romito from the elbow, can't get it to go, and Encarnacion will pick it up and bring it the other way. Now Kavon on the far side. Some nifty moves with the dribble, but can't get the floater to go. 8:30 left in the third quarter. And Kavana going to get called for the blocking foul. McLaughlin looking for somewhere to pass. And while spinning around on her pivot foot, looked like Kavana got in the way.
I don't think that's a bad play there from Danielle Kavana. I mean, got to play that tight defense, face guard her, make her uncomfortable.
Lofted into the paint, now back out. McLaughlin the three doesn't go. Encarnacion picks it up and will push the pace. On the drive, the scoop layup can't get the friendly roll, and Johnson will force Geneseo to send it out of bounds.
Yeah,
will retain possession.
Yeah, great play from Raven Encarnacion. Driving the hole, not afraid to get bumped down in the paint by the block. Got to be able to take that contact and go up with it. Unfortunately, didn't get the foul call or even get the ball to go in the hoop, though.
Johnson tried to go into the post. The handoff now to Kavana at the top. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Niemczek juggles it. Floater with the left. Couldn't get it to go. Tried the circus shot as the shot clock wound down. Denon now. Bounce pass out to the far corner. Hansen gets it to go. Just a two, though.
That's really good work from Geneseo to space the floor in transition. A lot of times, everybody wants to collapse at the hoop, but you've got to be able to space the floor and give yourselves options if the first option gets shut down.
Immediately into the half-court trap, but Lakers handle it easily. Niemczek the pump fake, now pulls. That one is good, just inside the line. And that one cuts it down to a 15-point game.
Already tying what they scored in the second quarter, Oswego, just 3 minutes into the third quarter.
Into the post for Denon, back out McLaughlin for three, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Castiglione.
It's another stop for the Lakers. Now it has to translate to a bucket.
6:45 left in the third quarter. Lakers now going right to left on your screen. Geneseo left to right. Castiglione the corner. Three, couldn't get it to go. Johnson hustles for the rebound and picks it up. Kicked back out. Kevana now. Lakers leading scorer, held to just 2 points thus far today. 8 on the shot clock. She'll get a pick and go left. Now pulls up for three. Blocked. Castiglione gets the rebound. Can't get it to go, though. McLaughlin, tough defense inside. She'll push the pace now for the Knights. Denon kicks it out. Stockman the three. That one rims out. And Johnson gets the rebound. Lakers now pushing the pace the other way as Pinkerton waves them on. Tried to get the pass into Encarnacion. And a kickball violation called on Lauren Ramito there.
Yeah, just a little bit of a table tennis match going back and forth, right? Stop on one end, stop on another end, stop on one end, stop on another end. Why not, right?
Kevana will take it out from the baseline and send it long to Encarnacion with 20 seconds left on the shot clock now. Johnson. Now Kevana, Encarnacion near side, pump fake, drive, spin. Threw one up. Johnson trying to get the rebound, but it's corralled in by Kylie Snow. Regal drives all the way to the hoop, pump fake. Rolls one out now for Stockman. The three. Can't get it to go. Kylie Snow, and she can't quite get there as the Lakers let it go out of bounds.
Really good defensive possessions. 4.5 minutes into the third quarter for the Lakers. They've done a great job of closing out, getting to the rebounds first, and being able to stop Geneseo from scoring, not just on the inside or on the interior, but behind the arc.
Shania Iglesias checks into the game. She carries the ball now. It's into Niemczek. Now Iglesias. Ball fake, the three. That one is good. Iglesias on the scoreboard for the first time tonight, halfway through the third quarter. A timeout, Geneseo. Lakers have cut the deficit down to 12.
How about Shayna Iglesias? Gets the ball, looks for the shot, good ball fake, waits in rhythm, then takes the shot from behind the arc. Really great work from the Lakers and Shayna Iglesias. Only down by 12 now, creeping and crawling back in their way, back in this game.
You have to imagine that's why Coach Pulaski for the Knights called the timeout. She's noticing Lakers starting to crawl back and gain a little momentum here.
Yeah, I think this is time for Pulaski to go back to that trap, right? It worked in the first half. I know it might tire your girls out, but either way, you have a 12-point lead. If you can get more stops than they do on the other end, well, you're going to still be able to win this ball game up by 12. Oswego, not a super high-scoring offense. Geneseo, on the other hand, they are. You come out of this timeout in a trap, in a 2-3 zone, some sort of press, you're going to be able to stop the Lakers because they haven't shown that they can really break it over and over again tonight.
Now on the other side for the Lakers, Geneseo is going to be making some adjustments. What do they need to do to kind of keep that momentum rolling here quickly out of the break?
I think it's a little bit of a variety of different shots, right? You can take the three, but you shouldn't. If you take a three, get an offensive rebound, don't just go and look right back out to three. We've seen that from a couple of different Lakers tonight, where you get the rebound and you try and dribble back out, take it, gather yourself, and go back up with it strong down low.
Regal into Stockman, who will kick to Snow. The pump fake, back to Regal. The three from the lefty. Drains it right out of the timeout. the lead back up to 15. Iglesias will bring it up for the Lakers. Geneseo back into their zone. Iglesias drives the floater, gets it to go, but a charge called Megan Roll, drawing it for the Knights.
We talked before the half about Megan Roll and how she's really good on that offensive glass, and she's able to go up and shoot it from anywhere on the floor. How about on the defensive end, Brian? She's doing it on both sides, and it looks like the Lakers will take a timeout as Coach Sean Pinkerton has some words for one of the officials.
Yeah, Pinkerton didn't love that call, as before going into the team huddle, it looks like he's going to have a chat with the officials, and he noticed right away, didn't want to give Geneseo that momentum back that they had grabbed straight out of the timeout.
Yeah, Coach Pinkerton just saying to the official, hey, did not look like Megan Roll had her feet set. She looked like she was still moving and then fell off balance a little bit too. You got to fall straight back if you want that charging call. Either way, Geneseo playing very well on that defensive end. Same intensity that we saw in the first half. Now coming out of that last timeout on their end, hopefully the Lakers can bring some of their own.
Now, if you're Pinkerton, what's the message to the team right now? You grab momentum out of the huddle, out of the half, gave it up out of the timeout. 4:36 remaining in the third quarter. You're down by 15.
Stay calm, but more importantly, stay confident, right? You need to be able to find your girls, and if you're confident in your back cuts, if you're confident in your V cuts, you got to also be confident in your passes and that you'll find the cutter who's darting toward the hoop. You got to be able to do that. And right now, not everything can happen along the exterior, right? Behind the perimeter. You got to be able to score inside as well.
Out of the timeout, Snow with the ball on the near side, gets it into the paint for Roll. Roll tried the sky hook, blocked away Niemczek, and she'll also draw the foul. Diamond Pickett will check into the game for the Lakers. 2 fouls already for Pickett, as we didn't see much of her in the first half. Iglesias will bring up the ball for the Lakers once again. Pickett over to Iglesias. Gets tied up, but retains possession, then throws it away. Roll with the interception. Long pass up the court. Stockman, easy layup. No one to defend her.
Yeah, Kaivana really just gave up on that play. At least make her work for it. Send her to the free throw line. But I understand with 2 fouls, don't want to get into foul trouble in the third quarter.
Kaivana into Pickett. Pickett trying to kick it out. Iglesias now recovers the loose ball. Kicks it to Kaivana, the 3. Can't get it to go. Pickett, the rebound. Goes back up with it. Can't get it to go either. Roll with the rebound. And Stockman will throw on the brakes and let the defense pass.
A little forced and a rush shot from Pickett. Take your time, put your body on the defender, and then use the glass. Got to use the window.
Foul called there on Claire Skowronski. And it looked like Pinkerton wanted a call on Geneseo the other way for a push-off. Not going to get it. The inbounds pass goes to Megan Roll. The handoff back to Regal. Hesitates, drives to the right. Passes in quickly. And it was Sage Benedict getting her first action tonight. Looking for the hook shot, but lost it and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, just unfortunate. The ball fake was good. The first step down to the paint was good. Just the dribble got hit off the knee, went out of bounds.
3:05 remaining in the third quarter. Lakers trailing the Knights 37-20. You're watching Lakers basketball on WTOP 10. Brian Rudman alongside Michael Gross with you. The kick to the corner for Johnson. Can't get the 3 to fall. And the Lakers' shooting struggles continue behind the arc. Thus far today, Regal the pump fake in the lane, now to Roll. Roll fighting for space, out to Regal, the 3. Waved off. And call against the Knights will head back the other way.
An offensive 3-second violation, just standing in the paint, in the pocket for too long. Just not going to be able to get anything going on offense if you're just hanging around down there.
Iglesias running the point now for the Lakers. Quickly into Pickett. Back out to Iglesias for three. Gets it to fall. Iglesias, her second three on the day.
Diamond Pickett just went out and grabbed that with one hand like a receiver, brought it back in, then kicked it out to Iglesias. Very nice job.
Geneseo trying to respond. Regal holds up. Ramito into roll. Too far out in front. Talk about a wide receiver. That one was like leading a receiver too far, Mike.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit too much on the pass down low. You know, Geneseo by 14. They can take their time. Still 12 minutes left to play in this game. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Going to get another break no matter what.
Pickett at the free throw line. Kicks it. Now over to Iglesias. Skowronski drives. Scoop layup. Blocked away. Ramito using the size advantage, 6'3", to block away that shot.
Tallest girl on the floor. She's going to be there night in and night out. Going to do that on the defensive end.
Great inbounds play. Couldn't get it to go. Iglesias missed the layup. Minute 40 remaining in the third quarter. Lakers trail at 37-23. And a travel called on Mackenzie Regal. And a break for the Lakers there.
I was going to say that's got to hurt on that other end when Iglesias just misses that wide open layup that could have given them momentum. Then goes ahead on a traveling violation, an unforced error for the Lakers. Got to be able to capitalize.
Iglesias dribbling her way through. Tried to get it to Skowronski. But the pass just a little wide. With a minute 28.
Both Iglesias and Pickett have a bit of a flair to them, and I like it just at certain times, right? There are times for the no-look pass to, take the defense and make them go one way and pass the other way, but there are other times for when you have to take the fundamentals of basketball and just make the smart pass and the smart play.
Snow, top of the key, drives to the right. The jump shot from Ramito, no good. Iglesias grabbed the rebound. Snow called for an over the back.
Really good box out on that defensive end. Lakers have done a really good job of boxing out now in the second half. They didn't do that in the first half.
Iglesias over to Pickett. Over the midcourt line. 1 minute remaining. Kavana for three. Can't get it to go, and it'll go out of bounds. Kavana still over from beyond the arc on the day. And a cold night for the Lakers' leading scorer.
Kavana normally averaging about 10 or so points a game. She's done really well in a lot of different games. 15 points a game. Done really well in this Suniac as well.
Snow on the far side to the middle for roll. Nice pass into Ramito, and the layup is good. 40 seconds remain. Just about 10-second difference between shot and game clock. Giles into Pickett. Nice passing from the Lakers. The three from Skowronski. Good. 25 seconds left in the quarter. 13-point game.
That's a much-needed bucket for the Lakers. Now you can try and get a stop and only go in to the break down by 13.
Hansen going to drain this clock. 11 seconds left. She'll drive to her left. Kicks it out with 8. Ramito called for the travel. And the Lakers will get the ball back. 6.7 seconds remaining in the quarter.
I said go into the breakdown by 13. Did I mean 11 or 10? I must have. Really good stop. Now you got to get the ball over half court.
Giles swings it over to Iglesias. 3 seconds left. Iglesias pulls for three at the buzzer. Well short, though. But the Lakers grab a little momentum at the end of the half.
Yeah, Coach Pinkerton giving some high fives to his girls, and why not, right? They played a really strong back half of that third quarter. They really came out of the half strong, too, on the defensive end. The same type of energy that Geneseo had. Looked like they just kind of sucked the life out of it, but Geneseo, they're playing well. They're playing calm and making some good passes. A couple of unforced errors on the offensive end. But I think if the Lakers can get a couple more stops, they'll be able to come back in this one.
Cool, calm, and collected thus far for the Geneseo Knights, leading at 39-26. And the one thing, the Lakers did lead that quarter by 4 points and cut the deficit that they had at halftime. The problem is they're still down by 13 with 10 minutes to play. They got to quicken up the pace a little bit here.
Yeah, they got to quicken up the pace, but it comes in both ways, right? When you play a bit faster, you got to find the smart option, the first option that you get. If you don't find the first option, Brian, and you look to the second, you got to be able to make the smart pass and at least be collected when you make that pass.
We get set for the start of the fourth. Just a reminder, this weekend on WTOP 10, it's whiteout weekend for the Oswego State men's hockey team as they host Potsdam on Friday night and Plattsburgh in the annual whiteout game. Mike, you'll be hosting the pregame show both nights here on WTOP 10. An exciting weekend for the Oswego community.
There is nothing better than the whiteout weekend in the Port City. Everybody is going to be tuned in, whether that's at the game, watching, listening, doesn't matter. Got to be showing pride for the Lakers this weekend.
In the meantime, 10 minutes of basketball left to play here in the Max Zeal Gymnasium. Denon, now McLaughlin kicks it to Stockman. Stockman bounce pass into Denon, double teamed in the post. Kicks it out to Hansen. Swings it to McLaughlin, the three. Off to the right, Giles with the rebound. Lakers push the pace. Iglesias throws on the brakes, kicks it out to Giles. Out to Skowronski, had a three just before the break. Iglesias now will slow the pace. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Pickett swings it. Giles called for the travel. And another unforced error by the Lakers.
Yeah, good thought process in jabbing to the right and going left baseline. Once again, got to put the ball on the ground first.
Break there for the Knights. Denon gives up to McLaughlin into the post. Hook shot, no good. Pickett the rebound. Two good defensive stands for the Lakers, back-to-back to start the quarter.
Geneseo needs to use a little bit more of that shot clock if they want to get off a good shot. They're forcing too many down low.
Iglesias gives it to Giles as Pinkerton barks out directions. Screen from Pickett, leaves it for Iglesias. The jump shot for three, short. Rebound as Iglesias gets it herself. Kicks it to Skowronski, over to Giles now. Giles pulls for three herself. That one short as well. McLaughlin the rebound. She goes the other way with pace. Gives up to Denon. Drives baseline. Bounce pass. Blocked away by Giles. 8:22 remaining in the fourth.
There was 2 threes on the offensive end for the Lakers that didn't go. We said before, when you take the three, if it doesn't hit, you don't always have to go back out and shoot another one. Try and get one inside. If the three's not going, maybe the interior will.
Stockman swings it over to Regal. The three, just short. Couldn't get the roll. Rebound, and now Giles heads the other way. Kicks it to Iglesias. Iglesias taking her time. No points scored here in the quarter. 2 minutes in. Giles to Pickett. Hesitation. Now the floater in the lane. Diamond Pickett gets it to go.
Smooth like silk, Brian. The little floater in the lane. It's fantastic from Diamond Pickett.
Kick out to Ramita. Over to Regal. Now McLaughlin the near side. Drives to the left, bounce pass, pump fake. Corner three from Denon. Little too long, strong rebound Iglesias. Headed the other way with some speed. Drives the lane, the floater gets it to go through the traffic. Lakers a 4-0 run to start the quarter, and a quick timeout for Geneseo.
Back down to single digits, finally. I mean, it almost looked like it was going to be forever until they get back there. And then a couple of good stops, couple of good shot selections, as well as breaking down the defense of Geneseo that really just came out of the break between the third and fourth quarter looking lost.
7:17 remaining here in the game. We are 3 minutes and 43 seconds into the quarter. Lakers yet to give up a basket out of the break. We saw this after halftime, though, and a timeout from Geneseo solved the problems as the offense got rolling. So for the Oswego defense, strong out of the break, what do they need to do to overcome any adjustments that the Geneseo Knights are going to make?
Well, they're getting rebounds, right? That's the main thing that you have to focus on. Keep getting the rebounds. Then, when you go ahead and you cross half court, you're probably going to be looking at a trap once again. And if you are, you got to be able to pass and break that trap. That's what they did in the third quarter. They got to continue that in the fourth quarter. Keep breaking down the Geneseo defense like they've done. But then, now you got to make your shots, right? It comes down to this. Starting to get into crunch time, every single point, every single basket counts.
Pinkerton will stick with the same lineup out of the timeout. Not much of a surprise there because, Mike, as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, and why not, Brian? A 7-0 run, 10-2 run in the last 6.5 minutes. How about Geneseo? They're 1 for their last 6 and 1 for their last 9 behind the arc.
The Knights going to try and change that right here. Roll. Swings it out to Stockman. Back to Roll. The drive. Hesitation. Gets the lefty floater to go.
She's so good. Faking right on the jump stop. Bringing the ball back to her left. And a little nice baby floater inside. Smooth touch.
Giles over to Pickett. Nice snag. Into Niemczak. The easy layup goes. Back down to 9.
How about on the other end? Another smooth touch from Pickett. Good dump pass off to Niemczak.
In traffic as well. Regal, the handoff to McLaughlin. Kicks to the corner. Stockman back to her right. Regal, top of the key. Denon draws the foul, and she will head to the line for 2.
Personally, and I know I'm not the official down there, but I thought it was a bit of a softer call. You know, maybe just to kind of slow down the action a little bit. But either way, Geneseo, they do shoot well from the free throw line.
6:25 on the clock. Denon's first free throw gets the friendly roll. Lead goes back up to 10 at 42-32.
I tell you this much, if the game comes down to free throws, it's in favor of Geneseo. They shoot a lot better from the free throw line than the Lakers.
And it's shown tonight. The second one from Denon, good as well. That time didn't need the friendly roll. Lead back up to 11. Iglesias will bring the ball up for the Lakers. Over to Pickett. Underhand toss to Giles. Kicks it. Giles again. Try to spin pass to Pickett, who recovers. Giles, the off-balance 3, gets it to go! Justin Giles giving the Lakers some highlights.
How about it? What a great play. Some interplay between Giles and Pickett going back out to the three-point line, and Giles knocking it down when it matters.
Flashy pass and then the flashy 3. Lead down to 8, poked away by Giles, gets called for the foul.
I'm waving my finger right now. I know everybody can't see it. I'm waving my finger. Not a foul call. I think it's clean. She came in with the right hand, poked it free, took a step back to avoid trying to, make contact with the girl. Still got called for the foul anyway. Still got to get a stop now. Only an 8-point game.
May have gotten the bump a little early. Stockman in the post, can't get the roll. Rebound the other way. Lakers go quickly. Giles again. Iglesias. Iglesias back to her right. Pickett. Hesitation. And just a little too much on the fastball there. Trying to get it to Niemczak. And the Lakers turn it over once again.
Yeah, Diamond Pickett just tapping her chest, looking at Niemczak saying, that's my bad, that's my bad. Just unfortunate there. Niemczak thought the pass was coming to her, then Pickett sort of looked away. It was another one of those no-lookers that just need to be made as a normal pass, a chest pass to the other player.
5:15 remaining. McLaughlin now for the Knights. Tries to get the pass stolen away by Iglesias. Tried to go quickly, but Geneseo got back in time. Halfway through this fourth quarter, 8-point game. Niemczak wide open in the corner for 3. Just a bit much. As it won't go. Regal kicks out to Stockman. The 3 on the other way. Same thing, no good. Roll with the rebound, throws it away. Giles the other way. Lakers on the fast break. Giles takes the floater herself, can't get it to go. Rebound Denon, she'll get fouled by Niemczak, and that'll slow things down with 4:35 remaining.
A lot of reach-in foul calls. Giles had a great opportunity to go to the hole, jump stop, and turn around and just dump it off to Niemczak, who would have had a better angle at it as Giles boxed out the opponent there. Now you're looking at where unforced errors on the offensive end are going to cost you this game if you can't start getting the ball through the hoop.
Regal throws on the brakes. Denon back to Regal. Drives to her right. Scoop with the offhand. Can't get it to go. Johnson, the rebound. Stolen away. Regal. Once again, layup no good. Regal gets her own rebound again. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow in the Oswego State Lakers' favor. And a break there for the Lakers. Regal doing a lot of work to get her own rebound.
Yeah, this is the type of intensity we did not see on the defensive end from the Lakers in the first half. Going after rebounds, except for the fact that they're just not boxing out now. Every box out and every rebound counts this late in the game.
Iglesias over to Johnson. Johnson. Iglesias, the three, can't get it to go as it will just roll out of bounds. On the near side, it was Hanson boxing out Giles, not allowing her to get the ball.
Yeah, really good box out, even 25 feet from the hoop, because you know with a three comes a long rebound. Got to box out on the outside as well.
3:50, it's starting to get time where the Lakers need to get some points. Hanson into roll. Roll, spin move, gets it to go high off the glass.
She's so good on the inside, Megan Roll. Doesn't matter who she's up against, the size of her opponent, she's going to be able to outsmart them in the low post.
Megan Roll having herself a day. Johnson will give to Giles. Giles swings it over to Iglesias. Drives to her right. Gets the layup just off. And it'll be called a charge on Iglesias.
That's the right call there from the official. She had her feet set. Iglesias came barreling into the lane. And, Brian, you may disagree, but I think that was the right call, and that's a big momentum shifter. Although, I will have to say Iglesias made the right call with the ball fake on the outside, going inside. Don't need a three with 3 minutes left.
Got the space, but committed the foul. Pickett back into the game. Roll, trying to back down her defender. Now on the far side. Nice pass into Stockman, the kick to Denon. Regal the three. Off the glass, can't get it to go. Denon, the rebound, blocked by Pickett. Roll gets the rebound once again. Saved by Denon, but her foot was on the line. It's headed back the other way with 2:46.
That's what you need if you're the Lakers. The only thing is you're letting Geneseo eat up that clock. They brought it down to 6 seconds on the shot clock before they took a shot, and then it was a three ball. So you got to be able to close out quickly and see if you can make them shoot an early shot or force a turnover.
2:35 remaining, 10-point game. Lakers need to start a roll here. Iglesias over to Skowronski. She'll head to her left, swing it all the way across court to Iglesias. Iglesias, the drive, the scoop, can't get it to go. And called for a blocking foul. Looks like Megan Roll commits the violation, and Iglesias will head to the line for two.
Once again, the right call. This time, Megan Roll for the Knights, moving her feet down low. Iglesias, she had the opportunity to kick out to the corner, elected not to. I think it was the right call.
Iglesias to the line, 8 points tonight off the bench for Iglesias. Can't get it to go, and that's something that you need to have in crunch time, Mike. You need to hit your free throws.
Yeah, and you could hear a pin drop in this place.
Yeah, you absolutely could. She'll set up for her second. That one gets the friendly bounce. 9-point game, 2:22. Brian Rudman and Michael Gross with you. Lakers trying to mount a comeback late and find a way to get their first SUNYAC win. The Geneseo Knights trying to go above 500 in the SUNYAC for the first time this season. Hanson driving to her right, kicks out. Stockman, the corner three, gets it to go. And with 2 minutes left, that'll make it an 11-point game, excuse me.
Brian, I think that was the dagger on this one.
Skowronski gets that one blocked off of Oswego, and it'll head the other way for the Lakers. And with 1:47, an 11-point game, it's going to take a lot for the Lakers to mount a comeback now.
Stockman, who hasn't hit a three-pointer all night, finally gets her first on her 5th attempt from behind the arc. And what better time to do it? Now an 11-point lead with 100 seconds to go in this game. You're able to, break down the clock here and just let it run out.
Snow Kicks it to Hansen. Back to Denon. Pump fake three. Drives. Layup does not go. Johnson and Roll will tie it up. Jump ball in favor of Geneseo. Another bad break for the Lakers there.
Yeah, but it's not like they're not putting their full effort in. This has been their best quarter so far in terms of defensive and offensive intensity.
I'd have to agree, a stronger second half certainly from the Lakers. Hansen kicks for Snow. Back to Denon. Hansen again on the far side. Minute 10 remaining. 5 on the shot clock. Hansen gets a pick. Kicks to Snow in the corner. The three rolls out, and it'll go out of bounds. And saying it was tipped off of Oswego, and the ball will remain here.
Yeah, it went off the fingertips of Danielle Kaivana. Just an unfortunate break for the Lakers. Could have came up with it and came down the floor and got a quick bucket. Instead, Geneseo's got possession.
And a 20-second shot clock left. Geneseo going to be able to milk even more time. Denon over to Stockman. Hansen kicks it out. Denon pump fake, dribble drive, short. Iglesias grabs the rebound, another jump ball. We've seen quite a few of those tonight.
Yeah, Iglesias fighting for it down low as Coach Pinkerton wants a 30-second timeout. Going to try and draw up a quick play. I'd say you probably have about 7 seconds to not only get it over half court, but take an outside shot. Right now, you can't afford to take 20 seconds off the clock and get a good 2. You need something for 3. You don't want to force anything, but if you have a little bit of space, you got to be able to try and pull the trigger.
Need shots in bunches at this point with 43.9 remaining. Once again, Brian Rudman alongside Michael Gross with you in this one. Geneseo leading the Lakers 47-36. Mike, the big question now, if the Lakers make the basket, do they immediately go to the foul? Do they try and trap and get a steal? Or do they send Geneseo to the line?
No, it's immediately going to the foul, right? You make Geneseo shoot free throws, which, by the way, Brian, they can do.
Right.
But you have a better chance at getting them to, A, not run out the clock, B, shoot a 3, or C, be able to get them to miss and get the rebound, which the Lakers have done well in the second half.
The Lakers will take it out on the near side. Giles setting up. Bounce pass to Iglesias. Drives to her right. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, Geneseo. Hansen, try and dribble out of the trap. Got to get it over half court. She does. Roll now with space and time. 6-second difference. And the Geneseo Knights will be more than happy to just ice it away, passing the ball around. Snow into Roll. Roll. Left-handed hook shot gets it to go. Quite a day for her with 10 seconds to go. Giles will jog up the court. Lakers looking for a little momentum right at the end with 3. Giles can't get the basket to go, and that'll do it here. Lakers drop this one 49-36 in a game where it certainly was a stronger second half than first.
Yeah, first half came out a little bit stale. Did keep up with Geneseo in the first quarter, then fell off in the back half of the first, and during the second quarter, then they came out, obviously Geneseo, they came out right from the get-go with that intensity, went away a little bit after halftime, and the Lakers kind of absorbed that intensity themselves in the second half, put together a 10-2 scoring run over about 6.5 minutes or so, brought themselves back into this game, and then Geneseo just kind of held them off. Didn't really take control of the end of the game. They just kind of held them off on both the offensive end and the defensive end. Really great job from the Knights to get this win.
Now, there can be silver linings from this game. What can you take away if you're Coach Pinkerton and the Lakers?
Well, no Laker scored in double digits tonight, which is not a bad thing. But you look at these girls, and they're doing wonders on the glass here, right? Almost keeping up with Geneseo in terms of rebounds. Geneseo did have the size advantage, had a few 6-footers on that roster. They had 49 rebounds on the night. How about the Lakers? 44 rebounds, excuse me. And they still were fighting down low. They were not afraid to get bodied in the paint in the third and fourth quarter. They were making sure that they at least got a hand on it, and either they didn't force a jump ball, did get the foul called. I like the tenacity and the intensity from the Lakers down low.
Better second half than first, as we mentioned, but the Lakers do wind up falling 49-36. In the meantime, we remind you the next WTOP 10 broadcast to come this weekend. It is Whiteout Weekend. The Oswego State men's hockey team faces off with the Potsdam Bears on Friday night, followed by the marquee matchup against none other than the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Pregame show Friday goes live at 6:30 with Michael Gross, Thomas Turgeon, and Jack Purdak, followed by a 7 o'clock puck drop with Pat Machado and Zach Case. And then on Saturday, the main event, Whiteout Special, beginning at 6 o'clock. Michael Gross once again will be alongside Thomas Turgeon, Jack Purdak. It'll be Jacob Bradley joining them from the sideline, and then it'll be Ben Kinney and Brandon Ladd on the call at 7 o'clock.
Brian, this is going to be one of the best weekends in not only sports, but for us at WTOP 10. This is our best product here, and you cannot miss it. If you can't get to the game, you got some other plans, go and see in family, turn on WTOP 10. This is it, folks. Lakers fighting for this spot in the SUNYAC, and they're going to hopefully get some points this weekend.
Whiteout conditions bound to come to Oswego, and no, I'm not talking about the weather. We hope to see you there. In the meantime, from Max Zeal Gym, it's 49-36 Geneseo win for the visitors tonight as the Lakers fall to 0-7 in the SUNYAC. For our entire crew here at WTOP 10, we thank you for watching, and for Michael Gross, I'm Brian Rudman. Have a great night. We'll see you Friday, 6:30 hockey night in Oswego. We'll see you then.